plaintiff, Tony Kama, is friends with the defendant's ex-fiancée, and she claims while they were together, the defendant was physically and mentally abusive. Tony claims after she helped her friend leave the defendant, he vandalized Tony's car, so she's suing. Defendant Joshua Brooks insists he never laid a hand on his ex-fiancée, and he believes Tony was interested in having a romantic relationship with her, and that's why she interfered in their relationship.
Start with you.
Well, about a year ago, I met his ex-fiancée. We became really good friends. She told me about how he was physically and emotionally abusive towards her. She told me about one time.
Okay.
She told me about one time where he broke into her sister's house, grabbed her by the throat, and pinned her against a wall. Well, February of this year, she had enough of that, and she broke up. She got a house. March 2nd, we moved her stuff into her new house from his house.
That's a lie.
Okay.
And when he got out of work, he found out where she lived, and he went booking it down the sidewalk to her house. And we saw him through the window. He wanted to talk to Danny, so she talked to him.
Is this the car damages you're about to get to?
Yes.
All right, let me allow him to give some background. Sir? What do you want to say? You were interrupting. So now you don't have anything to say? You're interrupting.
Yeah. She did not move out on March 2nd. It was February 28th when she moved out when I got out of work. And her stuff was gone.
Why was she moving out? What were you all falling out about?
We weren't getting along.
Did you beat her? She
No,
says you beat her.
I did
That's
not
the
beat her.
biggest thing I'm hearing.
I did not beat her. I didn't lay my hands on her.
Never?
No.
How would she know that? Or her and your ex good friends, close friends? Or?
I don't know if they were good friends. I know they worked together. They worked 8 or more hours together. I heard Tony make sexual
toward you? That's a lie.
her.
That is not true.
Yeah.
Sexual
I did.
toward you?
No.
Toward you?
No, towards Danielle.
That is not true. I'm a boyfriend of 2
okay,
years.
well, that's more reasonable. I don't know if she like women or not, but where you get this from?
I've seen it when she was over there, the way they talked to each other. They worked 8 or more hours together.
What'd you see?
They would get out of work together. They would spend 45 minutes to an hour on the phone with each other almost every night.
She was complaining about how you were abusing her.
I wasn't abusing her.
Yes, you did.
All right, so what made you think they were talking about some relationship between the two of them, romantic relationship or sexual relationship?
I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention.
So why would you say that
about my
today?
kids.
Why would you say that today?
Because, like I said, I heard things Tony said to her before.
That's why I'm asking you, where did you get that from? All I heard is they talk on the phone for 45 minutes a night. She says yes, talking about your abuse.
Was no abuse, Your Honor.
All right, where do you get this she was hitting on your woman?
Because the way they talked and...
You on drugs, sir? No.
I could be if I wanted to, believe that.
Pardon?
I said I could be if I wanted to.
All right, and you give that impression that something is going on with you, some type of substance abuse. Do you know of him to be on drugs?
He does smoke weed and he does drink. That's
alcoholic or just drink?
I would say he's an alcoholic, because every time I've seen him, he's drinking. But
how often do you see him?
I've probably seen him about
Never.
one time, and then the time he came over and dented my car, he was drunk, so probably about twice. And
So you've only seen him twice, and you think he might be an alcoholic, or you're not sure. I kind of forced you to come up with something, didn't I? All right. So either that or you're just a hard-working man and you just left your midnight shift, and the car damages you are suing him for what?
March 2nd, he keyed my car. We went to Walmart to get some stuff for a new house.
We as in you?
Danny and I, yes. We went to Walmart to get some stuff. We were driving back to her house and we saw him walking. She told him, "You need to leave my property." And I told him if he didn't leave, I was gonna call the cops. So we went into the house to put the stuff away, and I came back to the door and he was by the rear end of my car. So I called the police because it looked like he was doing something, I couldn't tell what. So I called the police for harassment and trespassing, where the police came and they chased him. He was hiding behind cars and hiding behind houses. The police caught him because he fell on ice. He was arrested, and then about 5:45 a.m., Danny and I heard pounding. We didn't know what it was, so we didn't think much of it. Well, then we heard footsteps around her bedroom door, and he started peeking through her windows. And when we called the police, and we went into the living room, and he is standing on her windowsill, shining his phone as a no, it's not.
Go ahead.
Shining his flashlight through her window. The police came and they caught him looking in the bedroom window. I've got her report saying it too, yes.
So she charged him with peeping?
No, Your Honor.
Were you peeping?
No.
Are you a peeping Tom?
Not that I recall. I was really drunk that night and I blacked out.
Blacked out, you were so
Yes.
drunk. That's why I asked that.
I do drink. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not an alcoholic.
Do you abuse alcohol?
No, I work a full-time job, so I ain't got time to be
So
alcoholic.
blacking out, you don't feel is an abuse of alcohol. When you drink so much that you black out, you don't believe you're abusing alcohol at that point?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and how often do you do that?
I really haven't drank since that night.
Okay, but prior to that?
Very seldom.
Well, something didn't hurt you, sir.
Moonshine.
Yeah, moonshine.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have to drink moonshine too
Tequila.
long. The police arrived and arrested him. Were you arrested for anything here?
I was
Burglary?
arrested for disorderly conduct.
Okay. And that's what you're suing about, is him doing what to the car?
He keyed my car.
Keyed your car, and what
That's
else?
lie.
He kicked and punched my car and where the taillight is coming out.
All right, you have a picture and
Yes.
estimate, sir? What do you say to this?
I will admit to kicking her car, but I did not key her car because I didn't have keys on me to key her car.
You don't have any keys.
No,
Where were you living?
down the road.
With who?
Myself.
But yet
I
you
leave
didn't
my
have
house
keys.
unlocked.
You were drunk.
I leave my
you
house
didn't have
unlocked.
keys?
I got a dog. That
What?
ain't let no. I leave my house unlocked. No one will get my house with my dog.
Your dog's locked up in your
No,
bedroom.
not no more. He ain't.
I believe him.
You believe it?
Yeah.
You've been drinking too. Okay, so you did kick it or didn't it? I mean, you just
Yes.
did. You say you blacked out. Maybe that's the time in which your memory failed you right before blacking out, and perhaps that's when you were doing it. It's no coincidence that the other damage occurred right at the time that you admittedly were kicking and denting her car. So I'm going to grant her judgment, $2,349. And sir, you don't want us to help you with anything, drugs or alcohol or anything?
Nope.
All right, good enough. Have a good day, judging for the plaintiff.
I think it was fair because he damaged my car, so.
I agree with her.